Okay, there we go. The mic's going. Okay, we're good. We're here. We're live. We're here. We're alive and kicking. That's what I like to see. So, I have my I can close the window for now. It's getting a little warm tonight. It's gonna be warm across Minnesota coming up. How is everybody doing? I am so tired right now. I am tired. I am worn out, but I'm still kicking. Got cat hair on the mic, but I'm good. I'm fine. Life is still hunky-dory and okay. I'm just tired. Sean, I see you in the chat. How is it going, my man? It is good to see you here. This is a lot later than I normally do them. I was debating not even doing a stream. I wasn't even going to do it when I guess technically I fell asleep for an hour and I woke up. I was not really going to do anything. I was honestly just going to either just take a nap or just go to bed. I was either going to go to bed or I was going to work on some more video stuff or I was just going to play some Assassin's Creed. I wasn't really planning on getting up and doing anything. But I decided, you know what? I feel like streaming. It's Monday. I want to stream. I'm going to stream. So here I am. I'm streaming. And yeah, looks like my connection in the house-wise Wi-Fi is going like up and down right now. Like I'm going back and forth between good and bad. So I'm hoping things don't cut out. I'm hoping it comes through well. If not, that is something I will have to deal with. But for now, we're here. Hopefully everything's coming through fine. I hope it is. Yeah, what are we going to do tonight? Heck if I know. I don't know. Hell if I know. We could look over who's made it through round 2 in the Tournament of Power for the ROM Tournament of Power. We could just chill and talk. We could do a ton of things. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't have any drive at the moment. Okay? Yeah. Hope everything's going well, my man. I don't have a lot of drive to really do anything at the moment. I know I said we'd be getting back to stuff. I know this is like the 3rd week of being back on streaming and I haven't done anything. I know. And I really could just jump on and do things, but my heart really isn't in it at the moment. Just been busy, you know, just been busy. I'm hoping everyone has seen, and if not, I'm going to pull it up quick, 1 second. I'm hoping everyone has seen. I'm going to pull it up quick. Give me 1 moment. I'm pulling it up. Everyone has seen that the first video. Oh, dang. Penguins is doing his first YouTube stream right now. Well, Penguins Moist Critical. Moist Critical is on YouTube right now. That's awesome. I don't want to stream his things on my stream. That would just be, like, mean. That's his stuff. Ah, great. I'm competing with good old Moist Critical right now. You know, a dream of mine has finally come true in life, it seems. No, that's not what we're doing right now. I do plan on catching in on that at the very end of everything. I'll catch up and see how that's going because I'm on YouTube a lot. I'm not really on Twitch as much as I should be. And if he's here, I mean, that just solves problems for me out the gate. So we're going to pull up. Let's see. Should be here. Here we go. No, there. Okay. There. Okay. So for all y'all that would probably be living in a cave right now, bazinga. The first video for Brent went up for Siegfried Gaming. It's right here. Doom Eternal 1. We've got it here. Debut video for the channel. Please join us as we explore hell together. Yep, we got it all set and going. It's all ready. You know, first video on the channel is up and good. I am going to probably put that on Twitter tonight just so that it's out there. Yeah, but first one's up. We did talk about it. Man, my connection is just going back and forth between good and just bad. I hope this is coming through okay. If not, we got a bad connection night, it seems. But yeah, we've got him here. You know, first video is up. I'm not going to play it because I want his views to come through on his channel how they should. Like, you know, how it normally should. Maybe in the future, I'll throw some up. I'll talk to him about it. Not that I don't want to watch them on here, but, you know, I'm going to let him, let the first video earn it on his own. You're clear. Thank you, thank you, Sean. Yeah, my readings are just going up and down for everything, so that's going to have to be something I check in on later in the week. But yeah, We got Brent's stuff here. It's up and going finally. I will be taking over as editing for right now for it until we get Brent situated and he feels comfortable editing himself. So till then, I'm taking command of the editing ship. Everything else is still Brent's. Like this is still his baby. But yeah, I'm glad the first one is up. I'm glad it's looking good. He's already got the playlist going. Yeah. And I can hear Frankie in the background right now just going crazy. I need to get him outside later on. Yeah, new stuff is up and everything. He's got it all here. Yeah, I have good feelings. I have good feelings about it. I think it'll go good. I think it'll go very nice. So, yeah, from here on out, Brent is running his own ship. We're still first mates on each other's ships, but for now, his ship just set sail out of the harbor. It's maiden voyage. I'm proud. I really am. I got nothing but pride right now running through me. And yeah, I think it's gonna be nice. I think it's gonna be good. So yeah, that takes care of that. Brent's stuff is up and rolling. As for my stuff, I mean, sure, we can look up my stuff, but this is a good start off here. As for my videos, hey, everyone's free to watch. Well, this weekend, I just got the numbers crunched, will be the last weekend. Well, is it this weekend? Let me check my own stuff now, because now I don't know what's going on my own channel. Now I'm not sure what's going on my own home base. We've got content. And it's the 14th right now. So 15th. Yeah, so this weekend will be the final weekend of videos coming out on Saturdays, and then we should be back to normal for the normal schedule. I do enjoy putting things out on Saturday. I do, and I don't mind doing it. But here's what. If it wasn't for me taking care of Brent's stuff editing-wise, I probably would keep doing Saturdays, because I think Saturdays work. I could get more stuff out. It doesn't really burden my schedule at all at the moment. So Saturday's not a bad idea. Until Brent comes into his own for handling his behind the scenes and editing and everything, I think it's going to stay how I normally have it, with Tuesdays and Fridays are going to be spent uploading videos. Thursdays, every other Thursday will be a short now, because I've kind of been enjoying it. And then the Thursdays after that are Gear Talks. This next coming Thursday, so after this week, next week will be the final in the Gabe's Convoy discussion series. Like I was telling Brent earlier, I love doing it, but after a while, it just tires you out. It does. Like I'm happy to do Gabe, because I'm like, I want to talk about other things than just Gabe's Convoy. There are a lot of other things I want to talk about. My list has gotten bigger for things, and yeah, I got the rest of the year after I'm done with Gabe's to just hammer out whatever Gears of War video I want to for the Gear Talks. So that'll be fun. I'm excited to do that. I have more videos I want to let out from Jumpers, because he just had chapter 5 of his series come out. We'll open up Jumpers over here, just because I don't know what's going to be popping up if I do. But yeah, Jumpers just got his stuff going. I actually need to contact Jumpers. I haven't asked him yet if he wants me to put him on the BCast family list. Because right now on the BCast family, I have Sean, you don't have your channel at all. If you do have a channel, I'll toss you on there, sure. Brent, no, I'm looking at a different thing altogether. Brent is now on there because of the fact that Brent, like we live so close and I'm handling things, like, yeah, he's part of the BCast family, of course he is. But I need to ask Jumpers if he also wants to join in. Jumpers. War. There he is. Because, yeah, me and Jumpers are pretty chill. We talk now and then. You know what? Let's toss Jumpers on here. Let's give him some love. Let's give Jumpers some love, too. Let's just throw everyone I'm talking about up here. Yeah, we got Jumpers right here. Good friend of the channel. I'm covering his story right now. In fact, let's see if he has anything up on his videos right now for it. I don't think he does. He is letting out some nice Halo stuff right now. I'm happy to see that. Face cam. Oh. I don't think I've ever seen Jumpers actually face to face, so I'm happy I see his face now. But Jumpers, Should be Gears of War Desolation, I believe. I don't want to get the name wrong. Knowing my luck, I'll get names wrong. Because he was working on it earlier, a while ago. Carmine Family. Oh wait, I can just look at my own videos. I can literally just do that. Yeah, Gears of War Desolation right here. Yeah, so, and as you can see, mine pops up, Gears of War Desolation. So, yeah, I want to cover Chapter 2 and 3, because he just got Chapter 5 out, so I think when the Games Convoy discussion series is done next week, I think the next thing I'll do is Gears of War Desolation, Chapters 2 and 3, and then I'll do some stuff I want to do, and maybe before the second to last video of the year, I'll bust out Chapters 4 and 5, and we'll just continue forwards, because if he's got chapters pumping out, I want to do like 2 at a time if I can. So do Chapters 2 and 3, then 4 and 5. And then the next discussion series begins. I already know what we're doing. Now, what are we doing? What is the question of what we're doing? That I can't tell you yet. Just like the Hypebusters discussion series, I'm probably going to say what it is at the end of the year. And then we'll start in January with the first of the discussion series videos. Let me pull up what I have here. Yep, there's the Gabe Convoy one. Gabe is... Yep, I got that. Gabe is going to be the last one in there. His video comes out next week. I need to start researching Gabe, actually, and doing stuff there. There it is. That's the next one we're doing. Yeah, that's going to be an interesting series. I guess I could give a hint. I mean, to celebrate the last one coming out next week. The hint would be... Well, you see, if I gave the hint, I don't know how easy it would be for people to guess it. You know what? I think it's an easy enough hint. So we've covered the Hivebusters. We've covered Gabe's Convoy. I think it's time we cover, and this will be the next one. Again, it's just a hint. We're going to cover a squad. So we're going to cover one of the squads in Gears of War. I think that's a really good decision to make. We haven't really covered any. Like, for an actual series, we haven't. Because Hivebusters is technically, quote-unquote, not a part of the Coalition, technically. Then Gabe's Convoy, those are stranded outsiders, former COG. I think it's time we cover an actual COG squad. Which is it going to be? Oh, will it be Sigma Squad? Will it be Bravo? Will it be Alpha? Will it be Delta? It's not going to be Delta. I'm not prepared to do Delta. There's so much I'd have to do for Delta. Will it be Zeta? Will it be Kilo? Which one will it be? Who? The ones I haven't named yet. That I most definitely did not leave the one I'm doing off the list. Which one will it be? That's the hint. It's going to be a squad. I think that's the best to say. Because I feel it's time to cover a lot more of the Gears characters. I've covered a lot. I've covered a good amount of Gear characters. Oh yeah, the Carmine family. I've covered the Carmine family, but that was the family itself. Even though it was COG, there were some outsiders in there. There were some outside things like civilians, like Fredo, Hypothesis of like D Carmine, that kind of stuff. So yeah, we're gonna have a squad this time. An official COG squad is gonna be coming up. We're gonna talk about them. And yeah, I've already got the list of things to talk about in there, some theories, each member of the squad, the things they did with the situations they were found in, things like that. And I just got to answer this quick 1 second. There. Sorry, I'm talking with it's been a busy day. It's been busy as ever. I would love to talk about why it's been busy. And I can talk about some of it. I can't talk about all of it, of course. I don't want to jump into my job or anything. I don't mention my work here at all. We don't do that. Not because it's a secretive thing that no one can know. It's because I'm in the public eye for my work. So work-wise I want to keep that away from my online stuff. Even though, obviously someday they can easily cross. I would rather keep them distant because I don't want things online affecting my work, and I don't want my work affecting my online life. I don't want any of that because it just gets messy. I don't want to mix things together. I don't know. Someday in the future, if I become rich and famous. Maybe I would do that, but that's not going to happen. But yeah. We're only 20 minutes in. We go for an hour. I want to go for the full stream. I really do. But it's also just like I said, we can go over the ROM tournament of power. We can do that. And again, it's not like I don't want to do anything. My heart's just not in it right now. I just don't have the want or drive or need to be like, let's dive in and continue State of Decay or not State of Decay. That's something else. The last stand or let's cover another tier list or something. I'm not feeling it. You know, I'm tired. I'm very tired. You know. I love Frankie to death, but raising a Saint Bernard puppy is like raising a child. You know, what else? Work is tiring me out. I'm working a different portion of my job that I don't normally work. I enjoy it, but it's a lot more mentally taxing. So there's that. Then there's getting Brent's stuff done. Again, I don't mind doing it. It's perfectly fine. Nothing against it. But it's just it's work. It's extra work I'm doing. So, and I'm trying to make sure everything is correctly done. Because again, like I said like a while ago, I want to put more work into my editing. I want to put more work into what I'm doing. You know, I don't want it to be just like beginning episode, end of episode, nothing in it done. I want to put more things in it, more sound effects, clips, things that are fun. Because I don't see it right that, you know, like I have over like 1.4 thousand, like 1,400 videos on this channel. And a lot of them are just sitting on a couch, shooting the breeze. And there's everything, no effort put into editing wise. You know, I don't mind shooting the breeze and doing things. Like there's content to be made there. Look at people like Game Grumps or Two Best Friends Play when they were like, that's what it was. And that's how it was like done. But YouTube, the Let's Play community and all that, it's not like that anymore. It's more focused towards streaming like right now. It's more focused towards things like, you know, like Twitch and everything off of YouTube. All of that kind of stuff. But, you know, this is what I enjoy. I do it as a hobby. I do treat it as a job because I believe you should treat your hobbies and jobs the same. Because you should be dedicated to what you do. I am dedicated to doing this. I do a lot of it for fun. I do a lot of it because I care. But at the same time, it is a hobby. I'm not making enough income where life is just going to be peachy keen and I'm just going to live my life outside of working a normal 9 to 5 because I make enough. That's not me right now. You know, if anyone is interested, I'm not going to jump into the financial incomes of anything on channel stuff. But if I'm not going to say numbers or anything, but just factually stating things. Yes, a very, very, very minor income is made through channel stuff in general. You have to remember there's Patreon, stores, one store. There's things like that. So I do make, income-wise it is small, but I do make a small income to the point where I can say like monthly there is money that is going to me. It's not enough to live, not even close. If I were to count pennies, I might be able to fraction things off in pennies. I could buy, let's see here. I could buy, so, for, how much would that be? So, like, I could maybe buy, I'm trying to do the numbers now. Like, 25 something bananas and one a day, and I could probably walk away with still some change in my pocket. That's what we're saying. Like, I'm walking away with minute, but it is still like income. You need to consider like what I was taught and what I really appreciate and what I fully do believe in is when it comes to dealing with, and you know what, let's just go full camera for this, make it really dramatic. When it goes anything that involves like your hobbies, your passions, you need to treat it day one like you're in front of the entire planet, not just like a few people in an audience, everyone. Millions to billions, period. You need to treat it like that because if you're ever going to make it to that grandiose stage of life, you need to start day one acting like you're going to do it. So that's how you do it. So that's why I act like I'm in front of millions because that's how it's supposed to be. When it comes to income-wise, you need to treat it financially like you're making a bajillion dollars. You need to figure things out, monetize, see where it's going, because that is still income. That is still financial money that is coming into your pocket. You need to remember that. Like, no matter what, treat everything like you are on the most professional level you can be. Unfortunately, for the past couple years, I have not been to that level, I will say right now. But as of like last month, I'm trying to get back there. I'm trying to put editing like first and get back into that. Putting effort into things. Videos are more spaced out and they're staying that way so I can work on that kind of level of things. Just in general, the video quality has gone up, you know. My energy has been a bit low in all of them. I will not lie. I have been kind of tired as of late. I've been going very late into my personal time because I won't lie to you, 100% serious. Raising a St. Bernard puppy is a lot of work. It tires me out. He has nothing but energy, and I love him to death. But I need some minutes to myself. So bedtime's around 9 to 10. In fact, it was a little early today because I had some company over, and he was a little bit too intense. He got a little bit too hyperactive and excited, so he had to sit down for a few moments. But he'll be going outside in a little bit. He is going to eat. It's very late for him to be eating, but he is going to eat in a few moments. And then it's going to be right back in to get to bedtime and sleep, take care of him at night, and then morning comes, get him out. I hate doing it, but I have to go to work, so he has to stay in there a little longer. I get about an hour out of my day, so I can come back for an hour. He's out for a bit. Go back to work. He's back in very, very briefly. Not even as long as I was gone the first time. I'm back, and he's out, and he's free for the day. You know, I hate it that it's like that, but I also understand that that's the sacrifice that needs to be made in order to have a pup in the house. Like, you gotta make some cuts. I want him to go to like a doggy daycare and be around other animals and be free to do things instead of just being, you know, in a room for the day. But the cashola, man, it's that cash money. That's what you gotta think about. So yeah, that's my main thing. Like, being an adult, you have to worry about finances. You know, I guess I can tell you guys this, speaking of finances, because this will come up. And it's not really going to be a big shocker secret. For anyone who doesn't know, I haven't really talked about it that much. I think a few times I have, probably just on streams. I've been having knee problems as of late. Like, something's been wrong with my left knee. So I've been going to the doctor, physical therapy, a bunch of things like that for about 2 months. And everyone's been having different answers. No one's come to a consensus on what it is. And finally, they buckled and said, we have to do the MRI. We don't have no clue what's going on here. There's been answers everywhere. Degenerative meniscuses. My muscle shifted out of place. There's been the one of, what were the other ones? There's been a lot of them. Some kind of disease that affects old people where your joints start to just fall apart. There was that one. And then the one that they were guessing, which this one turned out to be right after the MRI, a torn meniscus. So what that means, and for background before we get into it, I have had a torn meniscus before. This is not my first time. My right knee, it's funny, it was a bowling accident. I got in a bowling accident and I tore my meniscus just clean in half. Like, every step I took there was clicking. It was that bad. I don't know how I injured my left knee. This is 100% serious. I woke up one day and there was a small bit of pain and it grew from there. And 4 months later, it's even bigger. And it was a torn meniscus. I have no clue. The best guess, I was talking to my mom about it because I was just like, hey, guess what? Another torn meniscus. The best guess she came up to is when I think I've told this story a few times. When this was like 4 years ago. 3 years ago. Yeah, 3 years ago. I paid off my debt in 1 year. I went in, got 40 grand taken care of in 1 year, working 3 jobs, and like 170 something hours within a week. Within 1 week, like 170 I would crack out, which I think is possible. I think I'm thinking the right stuff. Let's pull that up quick. Here. Let's pull the calculator out and do some math, shall we? There we go. So let's see here. So for Thursdays, Fridays, and Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, I would work 24 hours so 23. I would have like an hour in between to get ready for the next job, and I would work all night and I wouldn't sleep. So I would do 72 hours straight, no sleep. You want to know how that's possible? Pain is how it's possible. So let's do 24, and then let's just times that by 3. No, wait, no, we're not doing that. And then, well, minus 3. So 69 hours. I worked so what I would do then, I would work the kitchens. I worked at the hospital kitchens, and that was from 7 a.m. to 3. So so those were the days I got off in the mornings. So let's say I would average, so that was normally Monday. So 7 to 3, that would be 8 hours. So let's do that plus 8. So yeah, I think 170 is a little over a week. So 2 weeks of worth probably. So 77, and then that would left me with Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So one of those other days I would do the kit. I would just do that one again for those hours, and then I would work the neighborhood kitchens. We call them neighborhoods. They were the assisted living areas. That one I would work from like 9 to 5, and then after I got off there from like 6 to, it's like, it was like what, like exactly 5, so like 5 to 9, so 4 hours. So that was 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, so 24. So plus that by 24, 109. So that's how many hours I'd work in a week. And then I got paid bi-weekly. So about 218 hours I worked within 2 weeks. And that was, I don't even know what I was getting paid at the time. I couldn't even tell you off the top of my head. And yeah, let's just times that by 2 again, because that would be for the month. So 436 hours in a month is what I would do. 436 in a month. And I did that for about a year. I did it for a year, paid off all my debts. College, car, everything done. Nothing left. And the moral of the story is, and I already knew this at the time, but it kicked me in the butt again, your body kind of doesn't like that, especially the sleep. That one messed with my noggin a little bit. That one hurt. And then when I finally finished it all and started sleeping again normally, it was so nice. But what happened is let's just go back. Talking to my ma, and it sounds like she says, you know what it was? And I'm like, I probably do. Probably after a whole year of straining myself, always on my feet, I got planners from it all. That hurt. I technically kind of still do, but it's kind of simmered. It's not as bad as it used to be. So that was a thing. And we're guessing probably after that I worked at a nursing home, lifting people, like literally lifting people. The guess that we kind of came up to was probably, 3 years ago, starting to catch up. So probably after that, I wore out my knees a bit. Since I've already had surgery on my right one, I actually had a chunk of my meniscus cut out because of how bad it was. He's already kind of fixed up, mended, and I don't see him having problems. The left kind of probably took the brunt of everything left. That was probably what happened. So, yeah. I actually, tomorrow afternoon, I go and see the doc, but I literally, after I got my MRI done, they literally called me after the report came in, like 5 minutes later, and they want to refer me to surgery now, like to talk to surgeons and everything. So, obviously, talking to a surgeon doesn't mean surgery, but it does mean that options are now coming to light for what can be done with it. I decided I'm going to talk to my doctor first before I jump into it. Not because I don't want to talk to them, but it's just like, money's money. If there is anything I can do before this thing has to get cut open, I'd like to know. Surgery is not cheap. All right, my insurance can cover what it can, but you can only do so much, and I have decent insurance. My first bill already came in, getting close to $1,000. I got to pay them. I have other money I have to pay to some other people. I make it sound like some shady stuff's going on. It's not. It's just life. I have to do that. And yeah, just rent and everything and all that. I do have some plans for some other stuff coming up that's going to help out with money. So don't worry, I'm not financially in ruin or up a wall or anything. It's not that. Literally by November, I'm going to be saving up for the house. Once again, I'll be having money on standby. Life is fine. Nothing's wrong with life. Everything's good. Like, it's just right now, money-wise, I have things I have to take care of and cover before I can get into the easy stuff. That's just how it is. Surgery-wise, I've been around having a torn meniscus. I've had it, literally, not even been. I've had it done to me. I know what recovery is like. I know what that's kind of like. I do know that walking is a problem. And my current work, I need to walk. So I'm probably going to have some days taken off from work. I'm not aiming to be like, oh, you goody. Surgery means no work. I like my job. I would like to be at work. But I also understand if I can't walk, I can't walk. Even with crutches, my job involves a lot of turning and everything. And for y'all that don't know how joints work, especially in the knees, turning is something that they make possible. If your meniscus is out, your knee pretty much is out. Turning doesn't happen. That's how you rip things again. So I got to figure out how that's going to look, because I'm going to see if that helps out with catching some audio. 1, 2, 1, 2. Little bit, not too much. That's a meniscus for you. It's gonna suck. But, you know, I need to get it done. The pain has gotten worse from where it started. I can feel that the pain is in a lot. It used to be like the size of like end of my finger, like my fingertip is what we were sitting at. But now it's like it's grown. It's taken up a good side of the left. You know, walking everything, it's not hard. I can walk pretty easily. It's getting up from like lower sitting positions, like when in my car, getting out of my car hurts like an SOB. It sucks. I have to grab onto the car door to get out of my own car, and I'm 29. I shouldn't have to do that until I'm 39. So surgery is going to happen. I'm assuming surgery will happen. Physical therapy is not going to be happening anymore. Nothing against physical therapy. If you need it, you need it. But literally, me going to physical therapy is going to make it worse. I can't do that. I need my legs. I need them. So, yeah. I do remember the first time I got my meniscus torn and they went through surgery. Before we started, they did say, so you know, and I understand this is hospital jargon. I get that. But they did say, like, so you know, we can't guarantee how the healing from here on out is going to be. Everything could go back to normal, like nothing's wrong. You could feel a slight ache now and then. It could be tons of things that could happen. It could be that walking will be hard from here on out, and we just did what we could. It could be a number of things. I will say, my right knee with my meniscus tear and how it healed, and this was like probably 10 years ago. They did. I can say this: it healed pretty well. The biggest thing I noticed for like the first like 4 or 5 years after it healed is if I was in a sitting position for too long or in my car, there would be like a deep aching throb that would appear in my knee. Like nothing was hurt or bad, but there'd be a throb of pain that was in there. And I think it's just because my knee was just in that position for too long. Now and then I get very minor flares if that's to happen, but I don't think I've had anything like it used to be. It's healed. Everything's normal. I'm not going to go on runs anymore. I was happy to post that I was finally going to be getting life back in shape. And I can still do that with dieting and, you know, doing upper body exercises. But running's going to have to stay out. I can't do that. I can't risk tearing it more. It sucks. Like, that's the biggest thing that really, like, makes me sad is, you know, it's all these plans on making life better, being better, doing things. And torn meniscus, running, you could make it worse. Anything could make it worse. A bad turn could make it worse. I can't risk it now. And if there is surgery, fun. Because you can just imagine, if you've ever seen what a meniscus tear is like, you get that thing taped up, it ain't really moving too much for the first couple weeks. Me being straight edge, I choose not to do over-the-counter meds or anything, or even really much for prescription. I very rarely do any form of prescription. When I had my tonsils taken out at like 23 or 24, I did take the pain meds for that. I will tell you now, until I die. I have had surgeries done. I have had procedures. I've had things happen to me. The worst pain I ever felt in my life is probably the healing process from having my tonsils taken out. The most painful thing I have ever dealt with. That hurt. The healing was atrocious. Eating-wise, I dropped 10 pounds because I couldn't eat. It was bad. I hated it, and I wish to never do it again in my life. And I never will, because they're gone. But, yeah, that was the only time I really took pain meds, because I'm like, I legitimately am unable to live. Like, living, breathing, just existing at this moment, I can't. Literally, life is about to end. That's how it felt. It was that bad of pain. I get it. Like, you know, I'm not knocking anyone who needs to take pain meds for anything. That's perfectly fine. Because I will tell you right now, I never want to experience that in my life again. That was horrible. Let's see, what other times have I taken over-the-counters? Over-the-counters, never. Prescriptions. When they first were treating my knee, and when they were looking into what the problem was, They gave me some anti-inflammatories, and that did help a lot with my knee. I did space them out though, because I'm like, I'm gonna need this. Like, it's bad. Like, when it first started, it was horrible. It was really bad. Let's see. I did that one just because it took away my ability to walk, and I needed to walk. I make it sound like I couldn't walk at all. Like, no, like, walking was hard, and I needed it to do my job and walk. So I did take them. It was prescribed, and it did help. Because the other thing they found along my torn meniscus, there's a very large fluid buildup in my knee also from the torn meniscus, from everything inflaming and all that. So that was to get rid of the swelling and to kind of get that fluid to kind of ease its way out, which helped out. They said they found another one in there, so once they do surgery, they'll probably clear that out. I'm not going to be walking on it, so I think it'll be okay. Once the meniscus is taken care of and fixed or just cut out, I'll be fine. But it sucks because I have to start paying that now. It sucks. Money sucks. But that's the rule of the game, you know? If I want nice things, you got to use money for it. It just means cutting back on a few other things in life to make things work, which means, like, for lunch today, I had a can of corn. And I make it sound like I'm living like a hobo. I had a can of corn because I'm trying to get rid of things that are in the house. You know, I can still go out and purchase things. I can buy groceries. I can do that. Eat at home and make meals. I make it sound like I'm living like the poorest life ever lived. I make it sound like I'm living off a can of beans and butter noodles. That's my dinner and lunch for the day, which I had butter noodles earlier. Again, I'm doing it to get rid of things in the house. Like, I have a bunch of eggs. I can easily make a fried egg, omelets, scramble. I can do anything. I have condiments, you know. Yeah, that's the big takeaway from this. I've got a cupboard full of things I'm able to eat. I've got dry food I can make. You know, I can go out and buy proteins like meat, like hamburger, chicken, fish. Like, I have fish in my freezer. I have Atlantic salmon in the freezer. Like, I have food, you know. I'm making it sound like I'm living like a hobo, but no. Sometimes you got to clean out the old stuff and just get it restocked with new. That's what I'm working on there. Focusing, I've already gone through and looked at all the pet food and everything. I did that Sunday. I did that yesterday. And I just wanted to, like, check and see, like, okay, where are we sitting at for, like, cat food? Where are we sitting at for dog food? And everything's good. I don't need to ration the animals food or anything. I'm not poor, you know. I'm not poor where it's like, I need to ration your food because I'm going to eat some of the dog food to keep myself sustained. No. But yeah, they have enough food to last them a long time, so they're good. Frankie will probably run out first, but he's going to eat me out of house before anything else happens. So next paycheck, he'll get some more food, just another probably 10-pound bag. And I get Origin, like the good, like the better food for him. And I do have the place I go through, they order in the food that they have ordered and made under their standards. So I know what goes into their food whenever I add wet because it cut costs from what I'm buying him right now. Because he's going to eat more. I need to cut costs where I can in the healthiest way for Frankie. Like, I'm not going to sit there and give him, like, here's some puppy chow, throw it on the floor. There you go. No, he's going to get good food and good living, which is what he deserves. He's going to be massive, and I can't wait for it. Sage, she's gone on to 2 meals a day now. She used to just do 1 and just scatter it. But she's had a problem as of late of, like, throwing up from eating too quick or anything, so... Because when I had Penny could get on the table and everything and try and eat her food. So she was always like quick to eat and she would throw up from eating too fast. She doesn't now. She eats a lot slower because we space things out too. So she doesn't feel like she's got to eat a bunch of food quickly. So it's been helping that she's had like lighter meals, but 2 of them throughout the day. So that's been really nice for her. And yeah, like that's, you know, money's money. You know, that's how it is. Like, again, I'm not going to lay out my financials for anybody, but just to give a general idea, I make enough money to fully afford everything I live in and what I do, and I have the money to take care of extra things in life if I want to have fun. Everyone's secured, and once I get rid of the things I'm taking care of now for paying off, then, you know, money for saving, I literally make that every paycheck. I literally did that on Thursday. I chucked money into my savings, but because of a little hiccup that came up in life, I had to take it back out. So, yeah. And then there's something going on for me starting in October that I'm really excited for. That's going to cut a lot of costs pretty much really far down for me. So, saving pretty much. My goal is by next, August? So, next September, I would like to be around, have an extra 10,000 tossed in savings, and that should be enough to get started on looking at houses. I'm already looking, but to actually go into the bank and say, here we go, I'm ready to go. And yeah, that'll be pretty nice. Place of my own. It'll probably be, I'd like to say the same size as this place, but probably a little bit smaller. Maybe not having a basement, which I'm okay with. Like, I love my basement, but I don't really use it for anything else other than my laundry and some storage now and then. And I'm like, well, I can have the laundry upstairs and storage can be in the garage. Like, nothing's really stopping me from doing that. Like, if this house was, so without the basement, honestly, I would say this house is probably like 20 to 30,000 cheaper. I would say it probably is. And that's a lot of money right there. So, yeah, I would say either a year to 2 years should be the new house. I should be happy as a clam. And then, like, no more rent. You just have to deal with mortgages. But if you're paying a mortgage, like, you're paying into something no matter what. I love the people here. I love what I'm doing. But rent is rent. Rent, you don't get anything back in the end. You get a security deposit back. That's all you get. And that ain't nothing. I can guarantee I will not get a full security deposit back from this house. I have taken care of it to the best of my abilities every chance I can. But I can tell you now, I know for a fact I would not get a full security deposit back. Yeah, I handle most of the maintenance around my own house. That's the thing. I do call them the landlords now and then for things like I just literally I don't have time for or I don't have the ability to. Like the ejection pump over on my water system downstairs went completely out ski. It completely died. So my basement flooded when I did my laundry, and it's like I can't use my water anywhere or else it's going to keep flooding the basement. So what happened is I had to get a hold of them. I tried fixing it myself, but you can only do so much before you realize I'm pretty sure I'm going to break it more. So, you do what you can. I can't fix it anymore. Got them, called them to take a look at it. They got in right away too. Like, I will tell you right now, the landlords I have are really nice. I really appreciate a lot of things they do. They got in this happened at 9 o'clock at night. They got around 9 o'clock in the morning, got it all taken care of. Even answered all my messages and everything at night, 9 o'clock. And I was so happy. It was so nice. Some landlords are not willing to even pick up the phone after 5 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm very grateful for them. I really am. But yeah, got that taken care of. And then I just basically did a mini remodeling job in the basement after that. Moved a lot of stuff out that I didn't need. Uprooted. We didn't have carpet, but we had unplastered in carpet downstairs. We put just in some areas. Uprooted that and got rid of it. That was molding to hide everything. All the clothes that got wet, got those rewashed. Everything's finally hung up and moved out of the basement. So yeah, basement basically at this point is just minor bits of storage and where the excess food is stored. That's about it. And laundry. Yeah. Speaking of which, laundry, that's going well. Literally this stream is me talking about my living situation in life. And for anyone who was out there thinking life was horrible for me or oh my gosh, we need to pity him, life's not that bad. I'm living pretty comfortably and doing pretty good in life. I'm A-okay. If anyone tells you I'm living like a hobo, I promise that's not a thing. I'm fine. Everything's okay. The animals are taken care of. My bills are paid on time. The house is clean. Literally I mopped my floors last Sunday, and that was just atrocious. I do it once a week, and I don't know. I don't want to blame Frankie for everything, but I do know where the dirt comes from. But yeah, life is good. The world is okay. We're all fine and together here. We're golden. How are you? That's what I want to know. How are you? I save all of these streams, so I could be asking this to billions of people right now for all you know. But for anyone who's here right now or for anyone watching, how are you? I hope life's good. I hope everything's going fine. Like I said, I just don't have the energy to do anything right now. That's my situation. I'm not depressed or anything. Just my energy's pretty close to zero. I did one mission in Assassin's Creed Odyssey today to get closer to done. And after I did that mission, I just sat there I'm already tired. I am. I'm going to take care of getting Frankie done in a little bit. And then I am going to... I try and aim for going to bed before midnight. Lately, there's been a habit of midnight to 1 and I wake up at 6. But I got work to do on here, you know? Like, the channel's picking up and doing some good stream. We hit past 400. We're past 400 now. That blew my mind. Like I've always dreamed of hitting 1,000, not for like monetization or anything wise, because YouTube changed some rules on everything, but just in general to like hit 1,000, like hit 4 digits. I've always wanted to, and I'm 40% of the way there right now, 40.2% of the way there, and I am beyond like. I'm getting there. I'm almost there. Like, once 500 hits, boop, next one goes up. And I know that, like, the more subscribers you get, the quicker it rises because, you know, word spreads easier, things are seen. But it's just like, I just want to hit that. Just want to break through, hit that 1,000 and go through. You know, and again, not even for, like, monetary, not even for, like, I guess it's a little bit selfishness. But I'm just like, I just want to see it. I just, like, want to see that, like, oh, this is going to sound so selfish, and I don't mean it like that. Like, the fruits of my labor have finally grown into what they are. 1,000 subs. 1,000 people are watching me now. And I really just see it as a way to entertain people. I just want to make people happy. That's all I want. Just want to make people happy. If I get paid, the money just goes into making people happy. You know? Like, here's what. If I got to the point I made a gajillion dollars, yeah, some of the income would probably go to paying for a house, paying my bills, because that would end up as my job. But as of this moment, because it is a hobby itself, that money would basically just go into just making people happy. That's it. If I actually was able to quit my other job and do this full time, then that's a different story. Then I'm still making you guys happy, but I've got bills to pay also. So, yeah, 53 minutes. I'm trying to hit that 1 hour. I know, like, normally the intros take like 5 to 8 minutes or something, but I ain't got that much to talk about, but I am going to hit an hour. I can promise you that. I'm going to hit an hour. What else? Let's see. Siegfried. Yeah, so 2 hours ago, the video went up. I recommend people go and watch this. I think it's a great decision. I think it's something you should do. I think it's something you'll enjoy. I think this is worth your time. I truly think it is. It is the first thing Brent has put up, and I'm proud of some of the little mini micro edits I put in. I did it to the standards he wanted. And if you notice right here in the hand, right there, that's his symbol right there. He's going to get a touch-up, he said, done on it, but I think it looks pretty nice. And yeah, I think the thumbnail came out well. I'm not the greatest at doing thumbnails, but I think it came out well. I like it. So yeah, I think we're just going to work on getting it all taken care of and flowing pretty well for his channel, getting Siegfried up and going. And yeah, you know what? While I'm here, did I already? I think I did. Let me do something quick. While I'm here, so I am going to. Oh, that's right. I didn't put it on yet. Crud. Never mind. Never mind. Alrighty. So that's not a thing right now. There we go. I was, so I have the channel account, obviously. Like, that's, like, where the channel is and what I do on it. I have my own private one off of there, too, so I can just go and, like, I never really use it. I mostly just use that account as my Google account for, like, business and stuff. Well, personal, because BCast Gaming is the business. That's how I see it, is, like, here's the business. And then I use my other account, my personal one. That's what I use for everything miscellaneous that I need to use it for. I don't really use the broadcast stuff unless it's business related. Speaking of which, I need to go through and check my emails coming up soon too, because, well, maybe I'll just do that now because I have it right here. Let's see. Let's pull up email and see what we got. Anything crazy or, of course, that's what it is. No, good. What the heck? A lot of weird things. Just now learned that as of like August 4th, Fan House apparently is closing up. That was something I did not know. All right, well, I didn't really use Fan House for anything. That's the thing. So there's Fan House. Yeah. I was on there. I made an account for it, but I don't really use Fan House for a single thing. I did it because it was like, so that was when Twitter was going through like Elon Musk first buying it and all the rocky stuff. which sucked. It still isn't the great X. The only reason I like it is because I'm straight edge. That's like the only reason I'm down for the X. But other than that, like, I don't know half of the decisions that are being made. I have no clue. Like, here's the thing: if Twitter was originally called X when it first started off, it would not be as far as it is. And Frankie's ready to go outside. I'm coming. So I wanted to make an hour. I don't think I'm going to because Frankie's got to go out. He's calling for me. So 57 minutes, 3 minutes off. I think we'll be okay. So thank you all for watching. I know nothing's here. Let's put Brent's stuff on to end this all. I know nothing splendiferous happened today. I would have liked it, but I got things I got to do. You know, Frankie. That's about it. But yeah, like low energy. I will do my best next week to actually get on like my normal time, and we're actually gonna record and get things out at not record but stream, do things. But yeah, just today energy is just not there for me. It's just not there. So we're just gonna focus on just next week getting the energy back at full and going right on into it. That's my goal. So, I want to thank everyone for watching. I want to thank everyone for making this possible. Thank the patrons for making everything possible. Thank you all for making the stream possible just in general. I love you all to death. Y'all have a good night. Tomorrow we got an episode coming up. I think tomorrow's Dark Souls? I think so. But yeah, love you all to death. See you later.